Hi guys. It's been a really weird day. Basically, that head movement thing that I had on that uh, tiny avatar, slowly it has transformed into this. So what we have here is basically, I'm looking at the full screen. So full screen button is here, but so we have kind of a deepfake system that's not very good, as you guys see, but it's super duper complex. And okay, I'm seeing why that's not working there. I'll try to explain it in a little bit, but so the problem with deepfakes and stuff usually is that we can't get a image that's not constantly hallucinating. And the way this is able to fight that is that we are generating a single image, and the image can be anything. Like it could be, let's say, I don't know, Elvis, because I look so Elvis-like. And then so we get the reference image, and we have this super duper complex thing that I had at some point, where we are breaking the image into different sorts of face things, and we have face lock, and we have style mix, and all of this weird ass stuff. And last couple of hours as I've been seeing this thing come into reality has been fascinating, because this actually came from ChatGPT, from the new version, Soul. Um, Meanwhile, last month I was doing abstract mathematics, and the reason why I was doing abstract mathematics, let me put a new image of Elvis here. But the reason was that Claude somehow had written a memory about me that I like abstract mathematics. I remember saying that we always end up doing abstract mathematics, but that's not what I really meant. And I can say that it's been one wasted month, but I don't know if some of that came into this code. So we're doing splats, Gabor splats, kind of a nerf kind of a stuff. And then tonight somehow we ended here. And this is not my first video filter, I've been doing many. So I will share this thing. So the way it works, as I said, we have when you press T, you get here on the lower left this little tiny thing. You get a prompt, and so let's do a commander data from Star Trek, and it uses nothing too fancy for image generation. And now I am commander, so it generated a image, but the magic here that I cannot really fully explain to you guys is why does the face move? Because that kind of like is still at this point it's a mystery. Like I know that we're thinking of brain, there was like multiple different frequencies, kind of like in the brain when you had the frequencies, and they are doing the phase amplitude coupling pack and so forth. And then we have this thing here. This is some sort of it's a phase coherence. And if I mess with these things, all of these things matter. But the coolest thing here is that we can generate a sort of very crappy ever-changing thing. So let's say that who should I be? A robot. How about that? And then I generated. Well, you guys can see the search changed. There's a lots and lots and lots of room for improvement here. And but anyway, so this came from that first tiny avatar when I was like, I can turn my head, and that was purely splat based thing, Gabor atom sort of thing. And now we're here. Um, so T lets you write the prompt, and as long as it's yellow, it's not really ready. So how about Santa Claus, and then G generates it. So now I'm kind of, well, I am very, and it works kind of nice. Like if you turn your head, just press G. Of course, if you want to have kind of effect where you don't change too much, just You can kind of move like this. And I think like at daytime this would work not as well because it does deform the space around here a little bit. But one of those nights of coding that just just like where in the hell did this come from? And at the README, I'm gonna ask Claude to sort of try to explain what it is and how it works and whatever. But yeah, so you guys can download it and mess with it. It's gonna need some. It's gonna need a CUDA, so you have to have a pretty good. Well, I mean, I guess modern laptop would work. But like here, you guys can see I'm moving my hand, and it's not really there. And so this doesn't use any sort of like normal ways of doing deepfake that are usually you recognize a face, you recognize a body, and then you project things on those things and so forth. But and really enough, something called affine transformation that's supposed to be really good. Both ChatGPT Soul 5.6 tried and Claude tried, and what they did not really work. The system became worse. And the magic here is why the hell is the mouth moving? Why is the face moving? Something about the lower frequencies. And since I'm yapping here, I guess I can show you guys some of the history here since I'm gonna sleep back tonight anyway. So a while back, I made this Psi image, and that was kind of my gate into signal processing where I'm a complete idiot. But here I noticed that you get these Moire patterns at middle frequencies, and you get the chest, you get at the lower frequencies, and then at the top you get the Nyquist limit. And tonight was a night of weird ass things. So I had the tiny avatar, you guys can see videos about it, but the weirdest thing of all was that there was my clock field physics theory somehow let's see, collided with all of this stuff. And I'm in the wrong folder. So this is actually a new kind of a time, but this is like kind of like where we started to, like we had the head movements and so forth. But then with the clock field, we got this. We got the Moire, and this is kind of what was very fascinating to me today. And talking about this, I felt I hit a dead end because this splat stuff, it's awfully complex, relates to all sorts of things, physics, brain, neurons, and if you're talking about the mathematics, it gets just utterly and completely mind-blowing. And then something possessed me. I'm trying to wonder where the heck did it come from. Let's put the thing first on here. So I was talking about the splats, and by the way, you guys, when it starts, it's gonna be like this, so it's not gonna instantly generate the image. Let's let it do that marble statue. This should be creepy, and it's not gonna load instantly. It's gonna so here it's loading the image model, which is, I think it's coded into being something like, here you have somewhere, so it's a SDXL, stable diffusion SDXL, so nothing too fancy. So after a while you press G, generate, still not. Okay, now we get marble statue. So but so I was thinking about the splats, and I was thinking about how to make them move together kind of like coherently, and what sort of rules they should have so that they move together. And of course I wasn't really thinking anything, it was Claude Claude 5.0 was thinking about it, and it was just awful problems one after another. And then there was some term there. Yeah, it was kind of like that. Are the frequencies, are they independent? Do they move together or do they move separate? And out of that discussion, somehow we got into here. Yeah. But so you guys can test it if you want, and I guess it could be nice, especially if you have a dark room, you can do this. It's kind of a nice effect. I could see like in a crappy music video, which might make sometime. Let's try one more. Let's do Minecraft man. So D, you get to wipe this thing here, and then enter, and then G. I can say it's kind of blocky. Well, it is kind of. And so when the image kind of deforms too much, then you can just press G and it's gonna recreate the new one. I like that hole there. That's kind of odd. And I can see there's Minecraft blocks are coming in there. And at daytime, as I said, it's not gonna look as good. And of course, I mean, like when they'll do this, there are perfect avatars these days. Look at this, guys. This is kind of like I have not really discussed too much, but this face stuff here, the face coherence stuff, it looks well interesting. But anyway, I hope you guys saw well, and I love how the hand there is just a blur. Good night.